Hey guys, we are wrapping up my palette collection and declutter videos. This is the last one. We are doing O through W because I don't have any X's, Y's, or Z's. So O through W is what these are. I'm going to go ahead and get started because there's quite a few and I don't want to keep you for a long time. Oh, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Andi. I'm really happy that you're here. Okay, we got O's first. This is Odin's Eye Solmani 2 palette. I have recently just started using this. I've had it since summer. It is beautiful. I love it. I've had a lot of people ask about the different Odin's Eye formulas. In my opinion, and this is just from what I've gathered from other people, because this is the only palette I've ever used. People tend to like the palettes with this shape of pans better than the ones with the round. Like, I know several people that have tried the ones with the round pans and they don't like it. They don't like the formula. So I don't know. I haven't used it, but I do love this. I do love this palette here. Oh, keeping. This is OC Beauty. I think it's OC Beauty. This came up on an Instagram one time, and I bought it because Betty's on it. It was a $30 palette. I paid $30 for this stupid thing. I've never used it. I mean, it's fun looking. The packaging is just everything to me. I freaking love the packaging. But I haven't used it yet. I haven't. But it's cute. I love it. I have to keep it in its box because of the weird shape of the palette. It won't stand on my shelf. Okay. Oh, now we have P's. Here is Pinky Rose. And this is the Sunflower palette. I got this from Ash. My friend Ash from Makeup and Chaos. And I've used it a couple of times. It's beautiful. First of all, I love the packaging. Sunflowers have a very special meaning to me. And I just love this. It's very pretty. I feel like the mattes are very firmly pressed. They're not real powdery. I don't get any fallout from them. And they're beautiful. Love it. Here's another Pinky Rose. This is the 80s Baby. This was also gifted to me from Ash. They decluttered it. They didn't want it anymore, so they gave it to me. I did use this in a collab with Erica Conger, and I'm going to actually declutter it as well. I just didn't feel like the formula was that great. And I like the look that I did just fine, but they're very powdery, and it seemed like work. It was work. It was work to get them to stay on my eyelids and not blend away. So I'm actually going to declutter that one. I have a Peachy Queen palette. This is a Betty palette. Again, I've never used it. I'm not really enamored with this color story. I mean, I think it's pretty. If I used anything, it would be these shimmers. But I wish they had a black matte in here, but they have this brown sequined matte, and I just think it's weird. I've never used it, and I don't care if I ever do use it. I don't know if you can see the mirror is heart-shaped. I don't care if I ever do use it. I'm not getting rid of it, but I did get it. It was like a Valentine's Day release, and yeah, I'm keeping it. This is the Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette. You guys, this was on my list. Like, I wanted this palette so bad. I found it at TJ Maxx. And because it was a little beat up, they gave it to me for $7.99. I've only used it twice. And I'm going to keep it. It is a beautiful winter color story. It's such a beautiful, cool, neutral, dark, cool, neutral color story. I'm going to keep it. But I'm not sure that I love it that much. But it was $7.99. I'm going to keep it. Okay. More P's. We have the Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana. I did get this from Ipsy. No, I didn't. Sephora. Sephora had it for like $30 or something last Christmas, I think it was. But it's beautiful. I love it. From what I've heard, the Christmas release before this, it was a red, it was red packaging, but had the gold on it. People that have both of them say that this is a better formula, but I don't have that other one, so I don't know. I could just be talking to hear myself talk, but it's very pretty, and I enjoyed using it. I had this in for like a deck painting for like 10 uses or something like that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed using it. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Midnight Sun eyeshadow palette, and I can't remember which number this is. There we go. Yes, I'm keeping it in its packaging. It's going to stay in its packaging. I get this from Leanna Dalton, and it's freaking stunning and beautiful, and it's very bougie, and it makes me feel very bougie when I use it, and it's very pretty. And I think Leanna and I did a collab with this, actually. I feel like we did a collab with this, but I can't remember. We might not have, but I feel like we did. Okay. Oh, this is another Peachy Queen. I didn't have them. Maybe I had them beside each other, but I don't know. This is Peachy Queen. This is called Laptop Palette or something. I've never used this. I got it in a Busy Beauty box. You guys, I'm going to declutter this. This is not me. I am not this girl. I'm not this girl. There's so much glitter in this palette, like actual like chunky glitter. I'm not using it. I have swatched a couple of the shades, and it swatches fine. I just don't like it. It's so bright, and I'm just not. I do like to play with colors sometimes. I do, but this is not it for me. This is not it. So I'm going to declutter this one as well. We're moving on to Q, and this is Evolution Palette by Queen Nubia Cosmetics. Queen Nubia is an indie brand, and I bought this after seeing it used on camera, and I found out that she is like a one-woman show, and I just really wanted to support her business. But I don't like this palette. I don't like it. First of all, I didn't realize that it was all these glitters. Now this glitter here are little stars, and it is adorable. Adorable. But again, I'm not this girl. I have a palette from, stand by. I have a palette from Ace Beauté that has most of these shades in it. If you can see, like most of these shades in it. And if I'm going to use a palette, I'm going to use the Ace Beauté one. I've only used this palette twice, and it was very patchy. Did not blend well for me. And so I'm going to declutter it. I mean, I really wanted to support her. I do have a lippy from her that is called My Lisa. It's a really dark brown. It is beautiful. I just don't love this palette, and I'm not going to keep it. Okay, next we have some Batmans. We have some Batman palettes. This is the My City Needs Me. I feel like it's called My City Needs Me or something like that. And Love. And I wish I would have kept, oh no, this actually has the shades written on it. The other one did not. So I love this palette. It has a great formula. I haven't used it a ton, but I have used it, and I love it. And even if I didn't love it, I would keep it because this is the 1980s Batman, and he was the best Batman, and I love Batman. So I would keep it even if it weren't, but I do love it. I do love that palette. Okay. Dangerous Love palette. I had this. I think this was in my Project 3 uses, but I can't remember if it was or not. I don't love this palette. You guys, I don't love it. The problem that I have with it is that there are no mattes for some of these shimmers. Like this is a beautiful purple shimmer. This is a pretty purple shimmer. There's no mattes that go with that other than this bubblegum pink thing that I'm not going to use. I'm going to keep it. Oh, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it because look. but I don't love it, okay? I just don't love it. Moving on to another Revolution. This is Revolution Pro. Marilyn Monroe palette. It is very reflective. You guys, this palette is beautiful. I just used this palette the other day for the first time in like 6-8 months. And I'm like, why don't I use this all the time? It is so freaking pretty. And it is effortless to blend. And if you happen to watch my palette roundup, it's going to be in January. It's like the second day of January or something. I will have all of my palettes that I used in December. And this will be on there. And it is freaking, I just love it. I love it. Love it. Okay. Now we are going to Rude Cosmetics. This is the Bite Me Croc palette. Now, I do like this palette. I've used it. I've only used these neutral shades. I've used it. I like it. I don't love it. I have all of these shades 100 times over in palettes that I love. I don't love these shades. I'm going to declutter this. I'm going to declutter it. I don't love it. I don't love it. This is all about keeping stuff that I love. I don't love it. Here's the Rude with the Koi Boots. This is called the Helios Hologram Flame Boots palette. This shade right here is a problem. I have never used this palette, but I have repressed that shade. I don't know what it is about it, but it doesn't want to stay in its little home. But that's not why I'm decluttering it. I have this color story in 3 different palettes, and this is, of all of them, this is the one I'm not going to use. So I'm going to pass that along. Here is the Koi Boots Friend from My Dreams Teddy Bear Boots palette. Again, it's pretty. It's neutrals. It's something that I would love. I've never used it, and I'm not going to because I have these shades in other palettes that I love. So I'm going to declutter that. Now I have this Rude Roaring 20s Carefree palette. I just recently got this from Leanna Dalton, and I have not used it yet, but it is beautiful. And if you know me, you know that this is my color story. I haven't had it for an awfully long time. This is on my list to bring in for my Shop My Stash for January. So, yeah, this is coming in to Shop My Stash. I want to use it. I want to get some use out of it because it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, this is Rock and Roll Beauty. This is the Ozzy Osbourne palette. The packaging on this is everything. I freaking love this packaging. Look at that. Look at that guy. I really wanted to love this palette. I bought this. I bought this from Rock and Roll Beauty. I think Revolution must have bought them because they're on the Revolution site, so I don't know. I had to have it. I had to have this palette. I recently did a collab with Erica Conger using this palette. I really like the look that I did with it. I didn't love using it. The formula was not great for me. It was just not great. It didn't blend well. It was a little patchy in places. Now, having said all that, I'm not decluttering it. So I'm going to keep this packaging. I'm going to keep this palette. And, yeah. Maybe I'll use it again. Maybe I won't. But, oh, I put this in the wrong place. Maybe I'll use it again. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But, probably not. Okay, we have Rasha B Cosmetics. I got 4 of these palettes. These are all Rasha B. I got them in the Slay Glam box. I only kept the Slay Glam box for 4 months, and honestly, that was 4 months too long. I did not like it. I thought everything was very cheap in it, except for these palettes. Now, I have not used all of these palettes. This is the Beautiful 2 Duochrome eyeshadow palette. Now, not all of these are duochromes. Some of them are. These are nice nice shimmers. I like them. I've used several of them. They're really nice. I like them. I'm going to keep this one. I used this Bonfire. It was in my deck of panning. I did no pan left behind. And while I think this shimmer and this shimmer and this shimmer were very nice, the mattes were not good. It did not blend out well. I did not enjoy using it. Matter of fact, I did a look with this in my outer corner, this on my lid, and then a topper, and I ended up taking it off and using a different palette because it was so bad. It was just bad. So this one is getting decluttered. This is the Christmas Wishes. I brought this in my Shop My Stash this time because it's Christmas time. But I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to put it back in my Shop My Stash. I still have a week, a little bit less than a week to go before I use this as of the time I'm filming it. So I'm going to keep it. The shimmers look really pretty. So yeah, I'm going to keep it. And then the last one that I have from them, from Rasha B, is the Gold Digger palette. I have not used this at all. I feel like this shade is in all of them. But again, beautiful shimmers. They look like beautiful shimmers. Duochrome. I don't know what the mattes are like. Erica Conger says she really likes using it, so I'm going to try it out. I'm going to keep it because I've never used it. This is the Spoiled Lips Cosmetics. This is the Nevermore palette. It doesn't say it on there, but it is. It's the Nevermore palette. Oh my gosh, can we just appreciate this artwork for a second? That artwork is stunning. I love ravens, you guys. I do. I love ravens. And this is a beautiful palette. I had this palette. I bought this palette not long after it came out, I don't think. And I loved it. And there was something wrong with it. And I decluttered it. And I was heartbroken. Heartbroken that I decluttered it because this formula is so nice. I love the Spoiled Lips formula. I think it's great. Now these two shades right here probably will not get used, but these shimmers are beautiful shimmers. And so I decluttered it and I was really sad. And then for my birthday this year, this comes in the mail from Cece from Cece's Trial Size Life and Panning for Goals. So Cece replaced it and she didn't even know she replaced it. She did not even know. I was so excited. So yay, love that. Love that. And it is a great palette. I have 3 more Spoiled Lips that I got from Ash. Ash decluttered them. Ash had really bad customer service with Spoiled Lips. I have a couple of palettes from companies that I had very bad customer service, and I don't want to even use them. I don't want to use them. And so I feel it. So when they did their declutter, they offered these to me. I have used this one. I used it for, I think it was in the summer, but I used these reddy orange shades and it was a beautiful look and I really liked it. And like I said, their formula is so nice. This is a very, very nice, burgundy wine shade. I freaking loved that look. Actually, I've used it twice. I've used it twice because I used these 2 shades and I used these 2 shades and I used shimmers from a different palette. So yeah, I really enjoy that. They sent me this one, which I have not used yet. And I was thinking, oh, I need to use shimmers because it's an all matte palette. These 2 are shimmers right here. Now there's a glitter here that I will not use, but these 2 are shimmers right here. How did I not see that? It took me like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times looking at this palette before I realized that those shimmers were up there. Very fun, very spring, summer color story. And yes, love that. And then we have the Spoiled Lips. This is the, I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you what they were. This is the volume 15. This is the, I don't know what I call it the Dear Diary palette. And then this is volume 25. And I love this color story. This is Halloween for me all the way. some people would probably use it all year round. It's probably a great winter palette as well because of the grays and these cool shades here. But to me, it's Halloween, and I did use it in October, and I loved it. And I recently got was it a Slay Glam box too? It was a Lorella palette that had very similar color story that I ended up putting in my 1,000 subscriber giveaway because I had this and I didn't need that. Because I don't need very many red and black palettes. I don't do those shades very often, but it is beautiful. I love it. These shades are very rich. It's very pretty. And then I have I think this is my last. This is my last S, and this is the Sydney Grace Enduring Love. I got this from Leanna Dalton. We did a collab together. It is beautiful. Oh my gosh, you guys. These shades are so beautiful. These shimmers. Oh, they're so beautiful. And you just have to touch, like you don't even have to. Like I've used this palette probably 5 or 6 times and it doesn't even look like it. They're so beautiful. Love it. This one is the Enduring Love Deep, I think. I think this is the deep version. I can't remember now, but it is pretty. I think I got it. I think I got it either for my birthday or for Christmas from Leanna. I can't remember now. Okay, you guys, we are on our last stack. Last stack. We're going to the teas. I only have one tea, and it is the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. I got this from Gloria. Beauty and More with Gloria P. I think that is her channel name now. I won a giveaway from her, and I've used this a few times. It's fine. I like it. I'm not a big fan of Too Faced, but I do love this formula better than a couple of the other formulas I've tried. I think that the mattes are very blendable. They're very pigmented, which is what I love about them. The shimmers are beautiful. Yeah, I don't have any complaints about this palette at all, and I am definitely keeping it. And now we are going to V's. We have for Violet Voss. This is the Violet Voss I Love You Forever. And this is one of the reasons why I am decluttering. Is it this one? This one, because it's very similar color story. It's also very similar to the Avocado Toast. But this is a beautiful palette. I love this palette. It's like one of my fall staples. And yeah, keeping it. I got this Violet Voss Pro hashtag palette. I got this from Lori Latimer. And I have used it a couple of times. I haven't used it a lot, just because I have so many palettes with this color story in it. But it is a very nice palette. It is a very nice palette, and I am keeping it. And then I have the Violet Voss Pro HG, the Holy Grail palette. I got this from Ash. And as you can see, this one has been used a little bit more because these are more cool neutrals. And that is a little bit more up my alley than the warm neutrals. But again, very beautiful formula. I love this palette very much. And I can't really say enough good things about it. I will always have either this or the Lorac Pro Meraki, or the Stone Cold Fox, or the Beauty Bay Neutral. They're all very similar color stories, and those are staples to me. I have this Flamingo palette from Violet Voss. I got this from Ash, also a birthday or Hero's birthday or Christmas. I haven't used it, you guys. I haven't. It's such a fun looking palette. I'm keeping it. It's such a fun looking palette, but I haven't used it yet. I get very intimidated by color, and once I use color, I love it. I absolutely love it. But can you guys even see? There we go. It's so pretty. Like, it's so fun. So I'm definitely going to be using that this summer. I'm doing it. And then my last palette is the Wicked Widow Graveyard Smash. This came from an Ice Cream Beauty box, and I don't know why this isn't in with my smaller palettes. It's supposed to be in with my smaller palettes, but it was up on the shelf. And I haven't used it yet, you guys. It was in the October box, but I have seen people use this. I saw Leanna use it. I saw a couple of other people use it, and it was, this looks were beautiful. This shimmer right here and this shimmer right here. Let's swatch. 1, 2. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at those shifty shades. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't used it, you guys. Other than the fact that I just have way too much crap. I have way too much. Way too much. So, you guys, that's, like I said a little bit ago, I love that I'm getting rid of some of these that I have not used and will not use, and I know I won't use them, so that way I can concentrate on these beautiful palettes that I'm keeping. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for your patience. I hope you enjoyed my entire collection and declutter series. I told my friends if I say I'm doing Vlogmas next year, tell me no. Tell me no, because while I have enjoyed doing my videos for you, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. And I'm not lying when I say I'm kind of glad it's over. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all of you so, so much. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.